What I do, yo, it's Dex, your musical nerd, and we're back for take two with KP Illest. But before we continue that conversation, I gotta make a quick announcement, yo. The Cassidy album, next week Tuesday, we're doing it. We're giving this one away. And because of today's interview as well, we're giving away Kill Your Television Volume 4 next week Tuesday. With 4 bonus tracks, so you will not get this on DSPs. Y'all need to listen to, what's this, Pray for the Family. I might have something special for y'all later on. We're also giving away the much acclaimed ticket for the Scorpion Kings next week Thursday. But this one is also going out on Tuesday. So 3 special announcements for next week Tuesday. Instagram Live, catch us there. And yeah, you might be the Fresh Take's biggest winner. Let's get into the conversation. Take 2.
Most of my friends are Zambian.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I can be on that list because I'm Zambian.
Yeah,
My
word.
dad is Zambian,
Oh,
so,
word.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah. No, Namibia is a tad bit tricky. I don't like to call it xenophobic. I think it's just a tad bit tricky for a foreigner.
Yeah.
It's tricky,
It is.
but Namibian people, the one thing about them is, but when Namibians accept you, they accept you and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, for me, when I started doing songs, in the beginning, like, whenever someone encountered my music and it was good, nobody cared. You say, oh, where's this guy from? Oh, it makes sense. I get a very common question in my DMs of, oh, what tribe are you? And
Dude, I thought you were Vambu.
everybody,
For real.
the one
Herero.
thing I never get is what I actually am. I never get Herero or Kenyan ever. It's everything else. People go outside of the country.
Okay, what's the craziest that they've said about you?
What was the what? Damaraka Previan.
Damaraka Previan.
And in my head I was just like, what? Like, it's not, how does that look though? How I don't see it, because everyone
How it looks.
cultures have defining features, like the San people, they have those very strong cheekbones. It's very defining.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? Nah, you can't be Kenyan. Why? Kenyan people are too dark. I'm like, what? You've seen every Kenyan person in the world, bro.
Bruh.
But I let it go, and I don't take it as anything more than it's just curiosity. And also because Namibians are not used to, we're a consumer country, right? We consume a lot more than we give out. So we're very used to outside music is dope. We're very used to outside clothing brands are dope. We're very used to outside podcasts are dope. So when they hear something, and I used to get this a lot, and anyone who's dope, they'll tell you they get this so many times, where people are like, you don't even sound Namibian. And
How is a Namibian supposed to sound though?
bad. It's not you don't sound Namibian in terms of your accent. Most of the time, I didn't know we had music like this in Namibia. And you're like, what? Like, music. It's and most of the time that's from your more going toward the uptown people who don't really are not immersed in the culture.
Yeah.
Because when I started making music with people like Young T and people like Dog and people like Exit started putting me on songs. So I was now reaching the more hood areas, or the more really Namibian culture entrenched areas.
Yeah.
I never got one of those, oh, you don't sound local. I never got one. I just got, you bro, you are hard.
Yeah, you're killing
Like,
it.
yeah, they didn't care. Like, in their heads, I was making music here, so I'm theirs.
You one of us.
Yeah, then they would just, I think it would always just be, because we have so many tribes, I think it's always a thing of, I don't think nobody wants to, I don't call it xenophobic, or I don't call it tribalist. There are things that happen that are, but I don't call those specific ones. I think when people are like, oh, KP Illest is a Vambu, I think they just want to be like, yeah, because he's tough, so he's our guy.
He's ours.
Yeah,
They want to take ownership
it's
of your art, and like, yeah.
When we used to play street soccer, and that one good kid, yeah, he's on our team. It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing more than we just want to have that guy because we think that guy is dope. So I always just I say random stuff. I respond random stuff when people DM me, what tribe are you? I'm like Greek and Mohican Indian. People are like, what? are you sure? I'm like, I mean, you asked it. I told you. So I don't take it as anything more than it is. But they're very accepting people once they accept you. They just take a while, and also because we consume so much, Namibians, we don't adopt things early. So it takes a while. We have to see it working for that guy, then that guy, and that guy. Even online buying.
Yeah.
Still, a lot of Namibian people are like, to put my card there so they take my money, it's okay.
Yeah.
But slowly but surely, yeah. But Kaching, that's the nigga forever. If Kaching called me now, said, go to the airport because I need you to pick up 1 grain of rice, I go pick it up. Be like, yo, man, I got your rice. What you want me to do?
You're
be
that
like,
friend.
it's my nigga, man. And he kind of actually put me on, I think. If I have to be him, I'm Dog naturally, of course.
Yes.
Young T as well.
Yeah.
If I have to be absolutely fair, because, and I think, Kaching, just because he left, but there was a time where he was probably arguably one of the big hip hop artists in the country.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I don't think he had a reason to have. It didn't do anything for him to do songs with me, but we did songs together. He put me on songs. He put me in music videos. I think he's the one that played my music to Dog when we did that song Levels. I think he's the one that recommended put him on, which is I think the song that really got me known by a lot of people because I got to see a different fan base.
I actually was introduced to you through the ciphers that you guys did there by Ospenplatz. The ones you shot there.
With Nam TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how far it goes for me. That's when I was like, okay.
And that was even Kaching's idea. Like people don't give him enough credit. He was like, let's do the cypher. Let's shoot it like this. You shoot from this angle, then you shoot from that angle. Then we're gonna record it like this. KP, you have a studio, so everyone will record at your place. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna put who and who on your script. We're gonna put you on. So he's a very, when he was doing really well, not to say he's not doing well, but when he was here, he didn't mind sharing the spotlight. He at the Dr. Tainment Sneakers and Hip Hop situation, the first time I performed when Rick and Major League came, I only performed because Kaching put me on. He was like, yo, come through, let's do our song. He had other songs. I mean, he had that one Kwacha song was bigger than most of his other songs, so he didn't need to perform Stay Winning, but he was like, yo, let me get my nigga Young T the same. Young T was like, yo, man, let me put you on these levels. Let's introduce you to a new fan base. And I think those songs are the ones that got a lot of other people to say, oh my goodness, who's this one now? And then it was all about, delivering the right. Like I could have done a different verse for Levels, but I delivered the right one. Plus I had confidence that day, man. I came to the studio with a ting, like a bad ting. I wasn't even supposed to be in the session.
Yeah.
They were recording Levels by themselves. And then I had come through to get a beat from Morgan. Because I used to, before I signed, I used to record my songs at TD's place. So just to get a different vibe, even though I have my own studio, I just want to see get a different sound, maybe get exposed to different artists and different producers. So I was just like, Morgan just called me, he's like, yo man, I'm done with the beat, so you can come pick it up. I said, nah, I can pick it up later because I'll be with a ting. So I want when I rock up there, you guys see me with a ting.
Where's she at now?
She went back to Angola. It's my homie for life.
Right.
But yeah, when with a ting, and then Morgan plays me this thing, and the little hook is there. And Kaching, he says it a joke. He said, don't put that guy on. Don't put that guy on the song. And then,
that guy being you?
Yeah. And then Morgan asked him, why not? Kaching is like, because right now, I'm the best rapper on this song. Don't change the dynamics. But Young is there, but obviously he was just kidding. And Young is there, and Morgan is there. And they're like, nah, jump. I'm looking at this thing. I'm saying, should I jump? She's like, we got 10 minutes. Why don't you jump?
Jump on it.
And then these guys are like, all right, how long? Let me loop your part so you write. And because I don't know, man, the thing was giving me confidence. The vibe was nice. They played the loop like twice, and I was like, let's go. Like, yeah, I've got something. Yeah, I won't write anything. Let's just go.
One take,
let's
no
go.
take twos.
Paragat, I did the thing, and Kaching was like, you see?
I told
You see what happened now? Watch what's gonna happen. But I think it was all in good sport, and it's always necessary to recognize the people that, because everyone wants to have this mentality of, oh, I did it by myself. But I mean, it doesn't take anything away from you to say, oh, but this guy helped me out and that guy helped me out, and I know
Collaboration helps.
Yeah, 100%. I know I would have been a lot further back in my journey had I not been on Levels, or had I not been on Stay Winning with Kaching, or had I not linked up with Dog, because Dog kind of took me to the real Namibian people who are not necessarily your hip-hop fans, but they like hip-hop songs if the songs are good. Yeah. Dog took me to them and was like, listen to the boy. Dog used to make me perform at places that I probably would never get booked at in my life. Take me there and be like, yeah, so I'm gonna do, like, we do 3 songs. You do 3 songs first, and I do 5, and then we do 1 together at the end. So like,
what's the weirdest, dodgiest place you've ever performed in?
Not Dodge, but I performed at a Swapo rally. Like a Swapo, like, meeting. That was like, I was like, what the hell am I doing here? Like, Dog is like, hey, I need you to perform somewhere. I'm like, oh, like, we're performing together. He's like, nah, not just you.
This is all you.
I was like, okay, cool. Where's it at? It's like, you know where Hakahana service station is? I'm like, yeah. By the robots, you must turn right. Yeah. And there's a speed bump. Yeah. And you turn right there. Was it by the new Nando's? No, not Nando's. Just go right and then go right before Nando's. I'm like, what's that place? It's like, you check, the gate will be open. You just tell them you are performing with Dog. I drove in. So yeah, I'm performing with Dog, but what's all of this green, red, and blue? What's going on here? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is it a theme? I'm wearing black. I don't know. It's cool. Dog told us you're performing. Some people actually knew me. KP. So I get on stage and I start performing and I look into the crowd and I'm like, this is a damn Swaporelli. Like, just like halfway through, I'm like, this is Swaporelli. Why are they all these? I just seen one girl take off her cap. KP. And I'm like, this is Swaporelli. What the heck is going on here? But I perform it, and it's not anything wrong with, a Swaporelli or whatever. It's just somewhere that I never expected to perform.
I mean,
and then
doing music and then you find yourself at a rally.
Only after the performance do I get off stage and then see my friends that I know that are part of Swapo Youth League and stuff like that. I'm like, they're like, bro, why didn't you tell us you're performing? Like, I didn't know. I thought it was performing at Nando's. And then we performed at and this one is in Dodge as well. I don't think I've performed in any places that are too Dodge, but well, in Kenya I performed at one Dodge place.
Yeah, no, Kenya looks rough, man.
No, Kenya is nice, but
documentaries like that. There's some good places in Kenya.
Oh, there's a place called Kibera. Yeah. Don't go there. Nah. But where I performed, it's not even hood. It's just Dodge. Like, it's just weird. Like, there's a guy outside selling USBs, and you're just like, why are you doing that? Why are you selling USBs in the dark of the night, bro? You could be selling like a whole bunch of others. You could be selling drinks. You could be selling sweets. Why are you selling USBs, bro? And it's like there's no foot traffic here. It's not like you're in town where people walk past you and maybe someone by chance needs to print something. And it's like selling USBs in Ludwigsdorf. Like, why are you doing that? Oh, wow. So it's just a, and then you get into the club and the guys are like, do you want to perform? I'm like, I'm on the post. The poster said I'm supposed to. Oh, okay, so you're performing. I'm like, I would hope so. It's like, yeah, okay. I think you can perform. When do you want to perform? I'm like, when is it lit? Then he looks back. It's lit now. He's like, can I perform now? No. I'm like, what? Why'd you ask?
What are you asking?
I think you can perform at 3.
Which is like 3 afternoon or 3
in the morning. So I'm like, oh, is it lit that time? No, we close at 4:30. I'm like, so get packed before closing time or what? No. So I'm like, so like, what's the move behind that? 3 is a good time to perform. It's like, you know what, my guys? I get into this camp, people are like, do you guys know KP Illest? People are like, why was this Kenya? People are quiet. He's from Namibia. Speaks Swahili. Make some noise for hip hop. Yeah! I'm like, what? Some guy screams, calligraph. I'm like, nah, never that.
Not him.
I'm performing, and I start performing a hype song. Okay. They're like, it's cool. It's whatever. And I perform a love song. Say, oh, oh, and I look out the crowd, it's like 4 girls. I'm like, what? There's a guy screaming. That was, it was just weird. The whole night was just weird. But we performed at Steakhouse in Wallfish Bay.
Yeah.
And they had set up the stage in the back. So we're like, oh, it's going down. And this guy calls us at like 2 a.m. He's like, are you guys ready? I said, oh, yeah, it's going down. He's like, cause the power cut.
You know, you call
and I'm like, but so you're not, you called us fine, we're ready, but you're not ready?
Yeah.
I know we are ready. I said, hi, should we pull up? Yeah, pull up. I'd be on the way. Pull up. The club is pumping and stuff. So I thought you said the power cut. No. The generator for the stage part gave out. Oh, but the club's still packed, so we'll just do an appearance thing. No. You'll perform on the bar. It's like, on the bar?
On the bar.
Yeah, he's like, are you gonna?
Yo, that's superstar stuff, man.
That's what I thought until people are buying drinks while you're performing. There's a guy like while you're performing, you're doing this and you got your legs and there's a guy between your legs. Two taffel and brutal fruit. And this guy looks up, Illest, yeah. And here it's for Illest, so Maka shot, Illest shots. So it's just like that was odd. But I think the weirdest one was definitely the Swapper one.
Yeah.
I was just like, it was like, I never expected myself to perform at any political event.
Yeah.
Right? Because it requires a certain level of connection, and I wasn't connected like that.
Yeah.
And then it requires a certain level of popularity, which I also didn't have. So I'm just like, what the heck am I doing here? I couldn't believe I clicked so late. I should have noticed by the flags. Like, hey, people are like this. I'm like, all right. I mean, Amandla, let's do it.
Now, let's run it back real quick to you growing up. You started music at a very young age.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, the family.
Yeah. Now, I recently saw that I think it was either this year or last year when you. Gave us Illest studio and made it public and all.
Yeah.
But you're talking about having a studio way back when Kachinga was around.
Yeah.
How long have you had the studio?
I had a setup in 2009 already. I had a setup. It was like a very, very humble. I think the whole thing together, everything together was like 2.5. Yeah. So it was a very humble little.
Something like this.
Yeah, not even. This is way. But I think this device alone costs more than that whole, or the laptop costs more than that whole joint. Yeah. So, yeah, I had a setup, and then I think it only started being a studio around 2013, and then I built it into what it is now. Nice. But back then it was a bedroom situation. Just, and not even in the bedroom, just in the back in one of the closets was a booth. It was a very humble setup, but it worked.
Now, you're talking about being Muslim.
Yeah.
Is it recent?
Yes.
How recent is that?
January
this
year.
Yeah. Because I heard the Muslim words in there.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Ice Cube, because I'm a big Ice Cube fan.
Mm-hmm.
So he also became that.
Yeah, he also converted. Yeah, I mean, I urge everyone to just dig into their own spirituality. Yeah. Because, not that there's anything wrong with any particular religion or whatever you want to call them, but it's wrong when you don't know anything else. Like, I wouldn't say, if someone says I only wear Nike, I'm not gonna be like, alright, cool, you're dumb. Yeah. But if you're dumb if you religiously wear Nike because of ignorance. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I would like someone to tell me, me, I wear Nike because I prefer their designs to Adidas. Designs have very straight lines, and I like Nike because they have more curves in their designs, and that's what I like. Yeah. That's what you want to hear. Like, if you ask someone, why iPhone? You don't want nobody just because it's
throwing shade at us for having Androids.
Yeah, I won't lie though. Androids are a bit dodgy. Android, especially Android shorties. Shorties with Androids, you gotta watch them, man. I was dealing with an Android shorty once, so she just started asking me some very risky things. And in this, and that's the thing, because I always say, whenever I'm telling these stories to my friends, I always say, now imagine what happens to the real celebrities. Because we like B-list. Like, yeah, when they call up the celebs, like, can you guys make it? And they be like, nah, we can't make it, man. Then they call us, KP. I'm like, I'm outside. I'm already dressed. I've been here since last week. Let's go. Open the door. We've got KP here. And paparazzi's like, should we take pictures? Yeah, take pictures. Oh, okay. PK. But it's all good. But so whenever these things happen to me, I'm always like, yo, imagine what your Gazas and your dogs and your exits are going through. If this is happening to me, is Android shorty was just asking me some, we all just chilling in a group, and she just starts asking me some very, very risky, questions. She's like, would you ever strangle a girl while you guys are having sex? And I'm like, that's odd to ask me, like, for someone that doesn't know me at all. Yeah. So I just kind of, because I grew up with so many older siblings. I used to get beat up all the time by my older siblings. So I learned, obviously, because I can't fight with these guys are huge. So I learned how to have a smart mouth. So when she's asking me these questions, I learn how to dance around the questions. But I'm just like, man, that is weird. That's not something I would ask someone the first time I meet them. The first time I meet someone, I'll be like, so what do you do? Say, I'm a lawyer. Oh, what type of lawyer? Criminal law, commercial law? What's this? You don't go straight into, like, were you abused as a kid? You look like so.
Trying to bring back the PTSD.
Yeah, this girl goes to the bathroom, and I'm like, nah, man, something's gotta be off. And I don't do this normally. I don't even do this with my own shorty. Like, my shorty can leave her phone there unlocked, and someone named boyfriend can be calling. Yeah. When she gets back, I'll be like, yo, man, boyfriend was bugging. Just call him back.
I like to be happy.
I don't need. I have enough problems, bro. I don't need to make some for myself. But this girl is just giving me weird vibes. So her phone, she left it on the counter, and she went to the bathroom. And I flipped it. I just flipped it, and it was on voice record. And I'm like, you see, that's an Android thing. That's got to be an Android thing. I've never had that happen with an iPhone user. It's not even like Android phones are bad. I have what? I have a Samsung. Yeah. So I have a Samsung at home and I have an iPhone. The Samsung has my MTC SIM card and the iPhone has my TN Mobile SIM card. But that was odd. That was definitely like, that's some Android stuff. That's what Android people do. Like,
not
all FBI have Android. I've never met an FBI agent, but I bet you if I meet one, they'll have an Android.
Well, I'll tell you why. Personally, from a technical reason, technical perspective.
Yeah.
There's a lot that I can do with an Android and a PC that
facts.
I'm limited to do on an iPhone.
Yeah, if you have an iPhone, you can only do most of that stuff with a Mac, and then still you're very limited. Yeah. And I think it's a very overpriced phone. iPhone is very overpriced. But I understand, because you can't really call something overpriced because we don't know the type of hours and sweat and whatever it took to build the brand. Yeah. Because when you buy an iPhone, you're not just buying the technology in it, you're buying the brand. And the brand is expensive. Beats by Dre, the brand is expensive. Yes. It's not a bad headphone, but it's not a special headphone. I can get some Sennheisers, I can get some AKGs, I can get some JBLs that would do the same thing. But I'm buying the brand. I'm buying that B on the ear. You know what I'm saying? So, personally, I like the brand, iPhone, and then I love the camera and I love the performance. But I have no issues with my Samsung as well. But this is my primary phone because of the fact that being in the industry that I'm in, I need to take very nice pictures, and this take very nice pictures. Dope. That's about it. Plus, girlfriend bought it for me.
That's lovely.
But I was like, when I was in high school, I was the first person in my high school with an iPhone.
Where did you go to high school?
Delta High.
Oh, you were one of those Delta dudes.
Yeah. Learned how to speak German and all of that.
Ah, sprich auch du Deutsch.
Ein bisschen. Yeah.
Ich auch.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I went to LA.
They teach German?
They did German. I don't know if they still do that now.
I just used to go to El Duplessis to play soccer.
No, did you grow up around here?
No. Like, we just used to roam around whipping ass. Delta, when I was there, that soccer team was on roids. We just used to move around whipping asses.
Now, if you weren't doing rap, what would you be doing professionally? Or what do you do professionally apart from being the artist that you are? Well,
I'm a production engineer, but I think I really, really like law and history. So if I could be a historian, I would love to be a historian or a lawyer, but I don't have the heart. Well, I do. I send some innocent people to jail.
It's interesting that you're saying law, because the first two guests on the Fresh and Chill
Mm-hmm.
were rappers,
Mm-hmm.
and the first one is an aspiring lawyer. It's almost done.
Gigs.
Skills.
Oh, aware.
Skills, aspiring rapper.
Skills, who was on the search just now?
Yeah, the guy on the search. He showed up for the first
Performed
section.
my song at the
Yeah,
search.
he did.
Shout out to Skills.
Actually, when he called you that day, I was with him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout
He
out
called you
to
that day, like, yo, send me the beat. I want to do what. Yeah.
shout out to Skills. Shout out to Skills.
And then Dash is a lawyer. And now
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and now you talking about law and.
I just like it. I could never study it. I am not built for university, bro. I'm really not built for university. But I think if I could do it online, I would definitely study law. I
would.
would.
Take you 14 years. It takes them 7 years in school. What, 6?
Jesus
7?
Christ. What? Nick, what? No. Run it back. No law. Law is out.
I feel like law and being a doctor, it takes so much time to actually finish.
I could never be a doctor. I do not have the patience.
Yeah.
I do not have the empathy to be a doctor. Like if someone came in, doc, my son was shot, I'd ask too many questions. Is your son a drug dealer? Why is he getting shot?
You know what I'm saying, man? I don't even think I could date a doctor.
I could.
I could not. You know why? I love food, man. Like,
oh,
here's the thing. She's gonna come home and
yeah.
talk about, babe, it was a long day. This guy came out with his intestines out.
Oh, yeah,
with
word.
Meatballs or sausage. And I'm like,
right. I see. I could date a doctor though, just because I like to be. I take care of myself a lot, so to date a doctor would be nice for the change of being able to be taken care of. You know, someone just to kind of baby you every now and then.
Yeah.
And I feel like female doctors, because of the maternal instinct, and on top of that, a doctor is already a caregiving profession. So because of the maternal instinct, if you're the right man and you treat her well, I think she's gonna treat you very well.
Yeah.
I mean, not only female doctors. I think just in general, if you treat a female well, a female will treat you well.
True.
Yeah. But I could date a doctor. But if I could be a lawyer, yeah, but then all of those bar exams and all of that, nah, man, I could never. Just throw me in court, man. Let me lie. I could be but history, I would love.
What's your favorite thing about history?
I think the fact that history has more than two sides. The problem is there's a saying that says in history is told by the victor, which is true. Most of the time you only hear the side of the story of the people who won. Yeah. And then they get to write, oh, this is how we won.
They get the stage.
Yeah, but I love because of the fact that I think so many things in life are multifaceted. So the fact that history can be told from that side and that side and that side, we're telling the same story, but it's
different perspectives.
That's so for me that's the biggest. I don't want to be no archaeologist digging up dinosaur bones and all of that. Plus, I never feel like they see a dinosaur's rib and then they decide, well, this is a sound it used to make. I'm like, allow that, man. You know what if that thing was mute? You know, what if he used to speak English? You know, like, yeah, I'm just like, who decided they roared like that? Who decided that? I mean, we know how lions roar because you've seen them do it. We've heard them. Who decided, like, a dinosaur, like, they pull out a rib and they're like, it used to eat mostly plants. Like, what? Nigga, what? Who told you that? But so that's not the type of history. I would want to be like a traveling historian and hear people's stories and document them and read between all the lines and find 10 different stories and this was similar, so this must have happened, and then research and okay, cool, this historical evidence kind of concludes that this happened, so bet you didn't know A, B, C, and D. So that's the type of thing type of history I would want to do. But I'll probably just go into some form of business.
Nice.
I love business.
Your next album?
Crowns.
How's it coming along?
It's not.
Who are you waiting for? Mr. Calligraph?
Me. I haven't. I mean, I think I just got a beat that kind of sparked me back into life. Yeah. From Zan. Zan is dope. He produced In the Benz and Watch Your Mouth with 95. He's one of the baddest. I actually think these songs didn't do him justice, because when I asked him to produce In the Benz, I knew what I was asking for. Yeah. So I was asking him to be a minimal version of himself, just sample something and just give me some light drums or whatever. Let me just do my thing. I had a lot to say, So I felt like, let me say this. But I feel like I didn't give him like the room to really, do what he does. Because when he helped out on Watch Your Mouth, the drums he added and the bass line, I was like, my guy, you are nuts. And the beats he sends me, those are crazy. So I'm gonna love for the next album for him to really get a chance to express himself, because I feel like he has so much to offer. And I feel bad like I held him back. Like, yo, man, I mean, in the Benz, I love it. But I love it for my reasons, because when I say, like, no matter what, I give Lioness all her daffodils, all her flowers, it's like, that's something that means something to me. It was I know the backstory between Lioness and I. In the second or in the third verse, when I talk about all the shows, me and my homies and all the shows and the bags we're going to secure, and that stuff means a lot to me. But I didn't really give Zan a chance to really do his thing.
Hopefully at the next album.
No, not hopefully. No, for sure. He has to. It is crazy because he's on the, like, it's funny how the people with the most minimalist of resources and the most minimalist of real book education wise, is not someone that went to go study sound, man, but he understands it. You know what I'm saying? When he tell, he'll tell me, yo, I just need to mix the beat a bit, man. It's not mixed yet. Or when he sends me the beat and says it's not mixed yet, and then sends me the mixed version, I can hear the difference. But I'm someone that went to school for this stuff. I studied. So I'm just like, how do you know that? And then I pull up on him and he's got these little speakers, and he's got these little headphones, and he's like, it's my thing, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. I'm like, I'm sure if he wanted to, he could just be like, let me go get myself some monitors. But the beats sound like they're coming from monitor speakers. So I'm like, bro, this is. So I know on the next album he's gonna flex so much, and I'm gonna link him with so many artists because he has so much to offer the industry. I just think
locally and globally?
Both, bro.
Yeah.
I think with producers like Sammy Lee Jones, for example, he's doing so well.
Yeah, shout out Sammy.
Yeah, big Sammy. And shout out to you for never overcharging me for beats. My man overcharge us. But just like Sammy Lee Jones, a lot of people, when you hear the stuff he's making, he made for Gaza and like those your Ngukaus and your Swaggers, you'd think, this guy has a lot to offer Namibia, maybe Africa. You hear the stuff he makes on a reg, you realize this guy has stuff to offer everywhere. The only difference is, if I know you like Nike, I'm not gonna, and I sell stuff. I come from Dubai. I'm not gonna come to you and say, yo, Dax, here's this Reebok. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He knows who he's offering it to. It's same with Zan. He knows who he's offering it to. But if someone called him up and said, yo, man, we're a church choir, we need some, so take us to church, he'd take you all the way to church. So I know on the next album it's gonna be nuts. He's gonna do bits. I've already got. It's so difficult to even just pick, but I don't want I don't want an over or too much. I don't want to oversaturate it with a specific sound, because between him and I there's a specific understanding. He understands my rap style, so he sends me beats that complement me in the way he knows. So I need to also, as I'm a multifaceted individual, he understands me from this side, so I need to go somewhere there. But he could probably make me 10 beats. I love all 10 of them, and I'll rap on all 10 of them. But all 10 of them will only satisfy one person.
Dope.
So, yeah.
Now, everybody that knows you knows Script.
Oh, yeah.
And
Script actually is like a cheat character, if you think about it. Like, I don't know if you ever... There's a game called Tekken. I don't know if you ever played Tekken. There's always those odd characters that can just copy everyone.
Yeah.
That's Script. Script is, not that he copies everyone, but he's a cheat character because there's not much that he can't do.
I feel like Script is like me. When I used to sing in the choir, I could generally sing any voice.
Oh, is it?
Like, a girl or whatever could sing a voice, and I'll copy that, and I would sound exactly like that.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Script is a cheat character. Like, anything you think he can't do, anything he does, he just does it well. He's a cheat character, and I think that is sometimes with him, it's your biggest downfall when you're that good. Because when you're that good, it comes too easy for you to be that good. And obviously, I know Script well, so I know it didn't just come to him one day. He put in his 10,000 hours. If you look in Script's phone, like, this guy is writing all the time.
And voice notes everywhere.
If you're sitting at a restaurant and tell the lady, okay, you can bring the bill, and you, okay, Script, man, I'm quickly going to the bathroom. Hey, cool. You come back, he's on his phone, right? And you'd think, oh, homeboy is texting. Yeah. He's just writing bars. Like, oh, I just thought of this bar, and it goes together. So he put in the work to be that type of.
One of my favorite bars from Script that I heard recently is from MIG's new project.
Oh yeah.
Dude came in and said, "Yo, big talk about the waste non-existent." I was like,
"No, but that is the man. He's so good. He's so good.
Who thinks of that, dog?
He's actually, to be honest, even before he was dropping his own music, right? Yeah. He kind of made a name for himself of just shining on other people's projects. And there's a difference.
I want a joint project.
Yeah, doesn't everyone?
No, like you and Script.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't it?
You guys can even call it straight up or back to back.
Everyone.
Just give us an album or a mixtape.
The guy that designed all of my album covers, it's a good friend of mine. Also very dope is Ezra. Ezra is very dope with all the artwork. He's crazy. So he told us, guys, he sent me this design. He's like, I have bad news. So I'm like, what's this now? It's like, I'm not making any more covers for you or Script unless it's the You and Script project. It's like that's the only design I'm making. And I was like, yeah, that's all good, but I need the design for the deluxe edition. They said, nope. Unless the deluxe edition You and Script, then nah. So a lot of people, and we probably, we have enough songs to, even unreleased, we have enough songs together to put out 3 projects. Because sometimes we just sit in the studio and we make songs for fun. We know this song is not going anywhere. We know we're not going to do anything with it. But let's just make it, man. We're here. We're chilling at the crib. Food is only going to come in like 45 minutes. Yeah. So, might as well make a song. And we can make 2 in an hour. Once we have all the beats, it's nothing. We write the chorus and then the verses come quick. We do those and then mix, master. I do all the mixing and mastering.
What's your creative process? What's your approach?
Send the beat.
Send
the beat, yeah. And yeah, whatever concept comes to mind first, that's what we're going with. Nice. It's the most natural one. I can't write outside of the studio. I know I have a friend, I know Black Vulcanite Ali.
Yeah.
Also another freak of nature. But Ali doesn't write in studio. So you send Ali the beat. And it was the weirdest thing for me because I grew up with so many people that just write in studio. I sent Ali a beat. He's like, I don't holler at you in 2 weeks. I'm like, for what? No, you don't. I have a studio. Don't worry about that. He's like, nah, I'm going to write it. I'm going to holler at you in 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks, he's like, I got it. But then he comes with the most perfect stuff ever. He just lays it down. And for that song, it is perfect. You could not have made anything better. You could not have made anything worse. It is perfect. It's like the recipe to that song. He's followed it to the T, measured the 2 tablespoons of sugar. He's one of those people. So he's one of those I need it now. But me and Script put us in the studio. Script, the trick is he has so many written verses on his phone that you play him 100 beats, he'll do you 100 verses.
New verses.
Archives. Okay. But they're not written to any beats. In his head, if he just hears a bar, he'll just write it, and you can create a melody in your head and then he'll just follow that melody. That's why he's so good with flows, because he's got so many of them. I think that's his biggest, even above his lyricism, is his flow selection. Yeah. It's really good. He's really good. I've never heard him choose a wrong flow. Like when he's on a song, it's like, that is the perfect flow for that verse. Yeah. He's like an alien, man.
In a zone.
Yeah, and he's constantly in the zone. You can't catch him off guard.
Now, man, I could honestly talk to you for hours, bro.
Say less.
I think this is probably the longest podcast conversation I've had with anyone.
And it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, before we close it off, obviously, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. I mean, KP Illest is here. We might as well give you guys a chance to get yourself a CD.
Yeah.
With bonus tracks, dog.
Oh,
So, what do they have to do to earn this one?
Let us know, let me know, let Dax know, when did the first Kill Your TV mixtape drop? And someone tell us what it was titled, but that's most easy, guys. Yeah, the title is most easy, but
the title is right.
Yeah, but you have to get the volume right and let us know when it dropped. We'll bring you a free copy
we'll
for
hook
sure.
you up with one.
Yeah.
Now, do you wanna hit us with the freestyle, dog?
Yeah. Why not? We can do something fun.
So acapella, do you wanna bit?
Maybe acapella.
Acapella.
Yeah.
Alright,
Gives
go.
me more time to think.
Well, it's been Dex, guys, your music nerd, and you know what time it is.
Yeah.
And I'm giving it over to KP Illest to close it off. And after this, I will see you guys at the next take.
All right.
It's all yours, G.
So as of late, I spend every day in my bag, counting up the blessings that I have, and adding up the blessings that I had. And my haters are getting mad, but I'm focused on my legendary path, and it's all for the legends that have passed. I follow and you lead, so we're not in the same boat, which is always the difference between a sheep and a goat. I was smart, I've been me. I never look to anyone for hope, because people will hang you as soon as you think they're showing you the ropes. But that's not for me. I'll never settle. And ever since levels, I went up a couple levels.
Hey.
And ever since levels, you could not get on my level.
Hey.
And if the devil is in the details, I'm the devil. yeah, you can have that.
Dog. Yo.
You can have
Fresh
that.
and chill bars, my guy. Thank you
Yeah.
very much
No.
for
Thank
pulling
you
up.
for having me, my brother.
Definitely link up another time.
Can't wait to see the next guest.
Yes, sir.